Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a specific real estate opportunity based on the source materials provided. The listing agent is Jenine Loche of Epique Realty. And the property itself, 1518 Scranton Ave, Clearwater, Florida, 33756.
Right. And what we're looking at is a 1938 build,
Well,
classic Florida style maybe. 3 beds, 2 baths. It's 1,060 square feet. So not huge, but pretty typical for the era.
exactly. And the big question we're tackling is, why all the buzz around this particular listing? What makes it stand out for investors or maybe even just someone looking for a home?
Well, you kind of have to start with the money side, the financials, because that's where things get interesting. The list price right now is $275,000.
Okay.
But what's key is that reflects a pretty significant price drop, $24,000 just back on October 24th.
24 grand. Wow. So they're motivated then.
Seems like it. And that cut actually brought the price right down near the Zestimate, which is hovering around $271,300. So it signals they likely want a quick deal.
Makes sense. But the status is tricky, isn't it? It's listed as a short sale.
That's the hurdle. A big one, potentially.
And it's also under contract accepting backup offers. So for anyone listening who isn't familiar, a short sale, well, it means the sale price is less than what's owed.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which brings the lender into the negotiation. And that can mean delays, significant delays. Plus, there's always a risk the bank won't approve the final number.
So high procedural risk then.
Definitely. But look at the flip side, the interest it's generating. That suggests people see potential despite the hurdles.
What are the numbers telling us?
It's only been on the market 21 days. But get this, 1,376 saves and 75 shares.
Whoa. Okay, 1,376 saves in 3 weeks. That's a lot of eyes on it. Seems like it's moving faster than average then.
Way faster. That level of activity, especially with the short sale complication, tells you investors are seeing some serious underlying value. They think it's worth the potential headache.
Okay. But sometimes those high save counts, aren't they just looky-loos? Or maybe investors who back out once they understand the short sale timeline? What makes this one different? What justifies that interest?
I think it comes down to the condition of the property itself, the heavy lifting, the really expensive stuff. It's apparently done.
Oh, okay.
The sources mention a full renovation back in 2022. That included a newer roof and an updated HVAC system.
Right, those are the big ticket items, roof and HVAC.
Exactly. So for any buyer, whether you're planning to live there, rent it out, or flip it, knowing those major costs are already handled, that's huge peace of mind. Reduces your immediate out-of-pocket costs significantly.
So it's really just needing finishing touches, as they say.
That seems to be the idea presented, yeah.
Okay, so the quick interest makes more sense if the big reno work is finished. But you mentioned location earlier. That seems critical too.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just Clearwater. It's specifically in the up-and-coming Lake Bellevue revitalization zone.
Revitalization zone. They usually mean city investment, right?
Precisely. It signals that the local government is actively pumping money into the neighborhood. Think infrastructure upgrades, community improvements, better public spaces. That kind of public investment tends to boost private property values over the long haul. So you're basically buying into an area that's documented as being on the rise.
Gotcha. So you have the internal value from the renovation plus this external push from the city improvement.
And then there's the immediate proximity factor, too.
Like what?
Well, the listing material points out it's minutes from Clearwater Beach, which is obviously a huge draw, plus downtown Clearwater and the Pinellas Trail for recreation.
Okay, beach, downtown, trail access. That ticks a lot of boxes for different types of buyers or renters. So it looks good for a rental, maybe a flip, or even just a primary home in Florida.
It seems positioned that way, yes. It really presents as a kind of textbook, time-sensitive opportunity. You've got the recent Reno meeting, this external revitalization push. The short sale status acts almost like a filter. It might scare some off, but the underlying value seems strong enough that people are lining up with backup offers anyway.
So wrapping this up then, what's the key takeaway for you, the listener? The sources really frame this as a closing window. When city money starts flowing into an area like Lake Bellevue, things can change fast.
And those market stats, the saves and shares, they prove people are already catching on.
Right. So the provocative thought here is maybe less about this specific property since it's already under contract, but more about the strategy. How do you spot these revitalization zones before they hit the mainstream?
Yeah, like what public records should you be tracking? City council minutes, bond issues for infrastructure, Community development plans, finding those signals before the listing stats go crazy. Well, that's the real edge, isn't it?
That's the hunt. Finding the next Lake Bellevue before everyone else does.